Hey guys, welcome to the Budget Racing YouTube channel. It's actually been a while and I just ain't never made any videos of the process, and it's hard to make videos while you work too because I ain't got a tripod or nothing like that. But a little update on the little S-10 I'm building. As you can see, I got the motor put back in it. Well, I got the motor put in it and just chipping away at it, slowly doing everything right. And got the radiator put in it. Got a lot of this stuff. So I've had the motor in it for a couple of days. I just got the transmission in it today. Got my transmission cooler lines ran. All plumbed into the transmission cooler. Still need to hook up, took my alternator bracket off because I'm gonna have to put a fuel plate to block off the hole for the manual pump, because the manual pump, one of my nozzles that I was going to use, I could put a manual pump on it, but I can't do no braided line. The pump I had, the fitting hit the frame right here. I couldn't get it back on. And I might just do a electric fill pump on the frame rail somewhere. So I got to get a lower radiator hose and block that off and hook up my fuel line and get my heater hoses ran to my heater cooler back there. I did, these big valve covers are tall, but they seem taller than most tall valve covers, and the brake booster wouldn't clear, and I had to get the motor scooted back. So I ordered this from Motion Raceworks. It's do a manual brake kit. It's not plumbed or nothing. I just got that line just screwed in there. I ordered a proportioning valve, I think it's how you say it. Ordered that valve. It should be here a few days, so I'm actually gonna probably take these two lines off and get rid of these curls in it. This is for the rear brakes. It unscrews right there, so I might just get rid of that one, and this one unscrews right down there, goes to a block that splits off to your front wheels. I'll probably do some nicer, neater brake lines. I gotta take this back off anyway. I'm gonna sand that, paint that white around that, and re-bolt it back up. Still need a gas cable. And I got a different distributor cap. The one that came with this distributor hits the wiper motor. So I got a little bit different cap. It's a HEI distributor. It's the one of the big fat distributors, but I got a couple more things to hook up. Show you the transmission. I've actually done a lot to it. Got my cable hooked up. There's a couple videos on YouTube of this cross member. It's actually a really nice piece. It's a little expensive, but if you want a nice cross member and it's super beefy, you ain't gonna bend this, even a really strong race truck. This will be a perfect cross member, and it makes it easier for running exhaust if you run exhaust under the vehicle. It lays on top of the frame like the factory one did. As you can see, it's got areas for the exhaust. I had to get a transmission mount. Came with like a little spacer. I put all new hardware. And then this bolts over there. It's got a few extra pieces. Just like that straight shot for the exhaust. Right up there to the headers. I still got to get my vacuum control module hooked up to make it shift correct. But yeah, it's a really nice cross member. And it's well, you can see how thick it is. Big old thick piece. Really nice. We also got our cow tracks. And I'm running 4-inch blocks. It is low to the ground, but I am running 295, 50, 15s. They're a short tire. So once those tires get, burn off, I'll probably do 275, 60, 15s, and then I'll lift the truck up off the ground. This is your 3.5 pivot plate cow track. It's only got the one adjustment hole. So where they are is where they are. I wished I'd have got the extra one, but I don't really need it. I don't race the truck. I mean, I will, but I don't plan on racing it all the time. I got my fuel filter all plumbed to the fuel cell in the bed. Probably right in there is where I'm gonna put my electric fuel pump. I would put it back there next to the fuel cell, but there's really nowhere to mount it to make it nice and neat and easy to get to. It'd be easy to get to right there. Yeah, cow tracks are installed, the transmission's installed, the shifter's hooked up. Other than that, just measure for a dry shaft and get one made. Get the dry shaft in it and a speedometer piece. And go from there. And I also been wanting a set of these seats. I do got carpet in the truck now. Got my shifter installed. The Z-Gate, one of the best operating, easy to operate shifters. Although you can push it up in neutral from drive if you're not paying attention. And I've always wanted a set of the Kirkies. This is a 55 series. The brackets came from a website called Rhodes. Nice seat bracket. Bolts in to the 2 factory holes. And then the 2 holes there and there you have to drill yourself. And then you have to buy these brackets. And you can adjust your seat. It's like, I can adjust this seat. You'll never go that far. But I got it raised up off the back quite a bit. And I got it bolted there. It does need a harness bar. It's in there, but I like to have a harness bar and fasten it to the back of the seat, give it more support. They are close to the top, but you can get up to your knuckles above there. But remember, I do got it lifted up, but they actually seat set pretty good. I mean, of course, a long ride. It's thin back here, but actually up front, you got a lot of padding for your legs. Yeah, I really like them. They look nice in there. I can't wait to get maybe some 5-point harness seat belts. Got the tack. I still got to get my custom gauge panel made and get my gauges in there and get rid of the steering wheel. It just, it don't look good. It's got maroon or whatever color, red, maroon. I want to get a different steering wheel. Other than that, the interior will be done, other than getting a new headliner eventually. Yep, that's an update on the S-10. Yep. Just slowly chipping away at it. Getting it all put together. As soon as I get the drive shaft made and wire up a few things that I have to wire up, it'll be ready to start again. I've actually already had the motor running. I got a video of it running, breaking in the cam. It is a Big Mama Rattler Howard's cam, hydraulic flat tapping. I wish I didn't go hydraulic flat tap it. I wish I went hydraulic roller, because hydraulic flat tapping cams, everybody says they're, even if you do break them in right, they can wipe a low ball for yada yada yada. Hopefully this cam does good. And lasts a long time. I like the way it sounds. The carburetor needs to be dialed in a little bit better, but I've already had the motor running. It sounds good. I've built the motor from the ground up. It is a 358. Speed Pro pistons, scat crank, scat rods. RPM air gap intake. 750 double pumper ATM carburetor, thanks to Bill Hoskins in Ohio, because he loves his carburetors and I want him to spend the money and get a good one, and he brags about these carburetors, how good they are, so that's what I put on it. And this it's a Superior radiator. It was not a cheap radiator, I tell you that. But it does make it clearance. And I'm running a regular water pump, a long snout water pump. It's not a short water pump. And this radiator, Superior radiator, it sits in the radiator support. And then you just mount it at the top, and you can also mount it there at the bottom. It's a really nice piece. And then your little radiator cap inlet kind of sticks out. You don't have to drill a hole in your radiator support. You just reach there and twist the cap off and put antifreeze in it and go from there. With that radiator and the shroud and the fans as a kit, it was $660 from Superior Radiator. It's got hydraulic, it's got roller rockers, and that's pretty much it. And it's got a brand new built 350 turbo stage 3 shift kit. And the third gear clutch pack is upgraded to 5 clutches. I think. That's what the dude said that I bought it from Marketplace. He's Larry Jackson. If you look up, there's a built 350 turbos. This is actually a street and strip turbo transmission. I've already got the pedal hooked up to this, but went ahead and got that all mocked up. Once I get everything done over here, I'll probably put white looms around all these wires, which I've eliminated a lot of wires because this pink wire is your starter wire. This is your alternator. That's pretty much it, other than your ignition wire that I gotta make for the distributor for the ignition. That's pretty much it. Make a few alternator wires. I did buy a brand new 4-inch cow hood for it, which you can see why I need the cow hood. Yeah, we're slowly getting her together. Thanks for watching. See you next time.